Hello and welcome, I'm Arumba, thank you for joining me. Let's play some more Dota, or rather, let's watch some more Dota. Yeah, I'm going to do another one of these that are post-commentary. I don't know, I saw your comments on video number 1, and I recognize the interest in live commentary, but at the same time, there's a lot of disadvantages to live commentary. Like, it's really easy while you're playing to get really focused on what you're doing and stop talking, and also, there's some other things that I want to be careful about, you know, like I want to make sure that if my team is a bunch of racists or something, that we don't have audio that's unacceptable for YouTube, or just people being people, you know. The Dota community is pretty positive overall. I mean, well, that's not really fair to say. There's just, I think in most MOBAs, there's going to be a lot of people who are really childish, and actually, I'd probably say that the Dota community is pretty tough to break into. It's actually it's a very fun game. Don't get me wrong, I love the game. It's great, but I've been playing it for like 10 years, so I'm so far into it that nobody can challenge my ability to like be in the game. But let's speed the game up a little bit here while we're waiting. I can't use the keyboard shortcuts while we're in this single draft mode. So this was a single draft game that I played, and I actually end up choosing first out of all 10 players. I chose Chaos Knight, right? So in the last game, I remember at the very end I was mentioning like, hey, I really like Chaos Knight. He's like a really fun hero. So I wanted to just show you guys a game where I played as Chaos Knight. And so what I'm going to do is we'll talk about their skills. And what I'm going to try to do is recognizing that most of the people who are going to watch this video are probably here because they watch me play Crusader Kings 2 or Europa Universalis 4. It's not like you're probably just like searching randomly on YouTube for Dota and you happen to find this video. You're probably here because of me. So I'm going to assume that you don't know much about Dota, and I'm going to try to again explain as much as I can about what's going on, the hero's skills, and like what's happening, and like maybe make it easier for you to like dive into the game if you want to try it out. Keep in mind, Dota's free to play. I personally don't spend any money on Dota. I don't buy Arcana, I don't buy the item sets or anything. I just play Dota. I just like the game. It's free to play. I was in it from the beta, and it's good. So, I mean, you can go onto Steam right now, search for Dota, download Dota, go play Dota. Like, if you've never played it before, just go play some Dota. And it's that easy to get into. You don't have to pay a buck. Nothing. Not that I'm trying to sell you anything here, but anyway, so let's talk about Chaos Knight first, then we'll talk about some of the other heroes, then we'll talk about their enemies and all that stuff. Right now, I mean, their matchup is pretty terrifying if you think about it. They've got Tidebringer, they've got Void Demon, they've got Tree and Protector, Legion Commander, and they've got Silencer. Silencer plus Chrono plus Tidebringer, or not Tidebringer, sorry, Tide Hunter. It's scary. It's a scary combination of ults right there. But let's talk about me. That's what's important, right? So I'm playing as Chaos Knight, right? And so for just a moment, I'll let the game keep running. But what we're doing here is I am basically, when you look at this lineup, you got to think of the. Well, I'm actually going to pause it for a second just so I can explain this concept. So when you're looking at, oh, that's kind of annoying. The music turns off when I pause it. Anyway, you've got basically 5 positions to the game, right? I mean, you can think of it as like main carry, you can think of it as supports, but the way that most people talk about it in the professional scene is they'll talk about position 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's a very simple system. Position 1 is the person who has the highest priority on farm. Position 2 has second highest priority. Position 3 has third highest, etc. So a position 5 player would be a pure support, someone who doesn't need items to do their job. They can just get by without spending any money really on anything. They could just have boots and a teleport scroll and buy some wards and they're good to go. A position 1 player is going to get the majority of the farm in the game. They're going to get as much money as possible because they will do the most with that money. So looking at our lineup, I definitely have the hero that is at least position 2, if not position 1. The only person that could really contest it maybe would be like Leshrac, possibly, because Leshrac can do really well with money, but so can Mirana. But Chaos Knight, I'm in the safe lane, right? As the Radiant, the safe lane is the bottom lane. It's easily defended because you've just got, it's just the safe lane. The combat happens closer to our tower. On the hard lane, it happens closer to their tower, typically. You'll notice how, like, up here, if we look at purple, they're fighting up here, near their tower. And when you look at our lane, we're fighting closer to our tower. This is also the Radiant jungle versus the Dire jungle. So I'm in the safe lane. I've got a Necro who is just kind of protecting me and giving me all of the farm. He's not contesting me for last hits. so I'm going for the last hits on all of the enemy units, while he focuses primarily on harassment and on trying to deny kills. I'm also denying because he doesn't have his skill yet. He has a skill called Sadist, which gives him bonus mana and HP regen for denials and for regular kills. He's got a cool Arcana set, by the way. He looks pretty cool. Got weird items, or weird icons. They're different than normal. But anyway, so I'm getting all the farm, right? And I'm gonna get pretty big. It's a pretty good game. I'm excited about it. It's a fun game, and I love Chaos Knight. He's one of my favorite heroes. So let's talk about. Oh, we gotta go check that out, right? I mean, it's unfortunate that it wasn't our guy. Let's see. What's the easy way to rewind? The annoying thing is you can't keybind this button. Did I press a button or something? Why can we not see anything at all? We should be looking at player perspective F1. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Okay, so he just timed a pretty easy last word Curse of the Silent combo. Oh well. It happens. So, early game farm, let's just kind of accelerate this part a little bit. And, well, let's talk about our skills. So, Chaos Bolt. Throws a mysterious bolt of energy at the enemy that stuns for a random duration and deals random damage. Now, it's important to know, and this isn't really particularly explained well in this thing, that if you do maximum stun duration, you do minimum damage. And if you do minimum damage, you do maximum stun. So if you see like a 4-second stun, that means it's very, very low damage. But if you do a 2-second stun, that means you're very likely to be doing almost maximum damage. So it's kind of I mean, either way is good. Either you do a lot of damage with the nuke, with a shorter stun, or you get a longer stun. Generally speaking, people prefer the longer stun, but I just think it's a great stun overall. 2 to 4 seconds. 2 seconds is a very respectable stun duration. 4 seconds is sick. It's just insane. And usually, this is also important, if it's a 4-second stun on the screen, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's exactly 4 seconds. It's a dynamic range, anywhere from 2 to 4. So it could be 2.75. It could be 3.78. Like, it can be any number. When it says 4, that just means that it's closest to 4. So, Necro actually got a kill there with his passive skill. Heartstopper Aura, which causes enemies within his range to just take damage over time. So that's kind of unfortunate. It would have been better for me to get the kill, just because I get a little bit more money. So, yeah, you've got your stun. You've got Reality Rift, teleports you and any images that you have anywhere, doesn't matter where they are, any images that you have, to a random point along the line between the two of you, gives you bonus attack for 1 attack. They buffed this in the previous patch, making it insane. It's got a very short cooldown, very low mana cost. It used to be 70, I think, and now it's only 50, so you can cast it far more often. And it does a sick 120 damage at level 4. Huge amounts of physical damage. And that physical damage can crit. So if you get a good crit, 10% of the time, you really beat the snot out of people with your crit. And then, of course, your ultimate, which gives you Phantasm, it gives you bonus images. And these images are much stronger than regular images. Most images do like 20 to 50% damage. These images do 100% of normal damage. And they take only 200% of normal damage. So they're very strong compared to regular images, and they do full damage. And you can see there's a 50% chance of an extra Phantasm getting summoned. So at level 3, when your character's level 16, you can have as many as 4 Phantasm images. So you could do 500% damage until the images die. But these images last for 42 seconds, which is a really long time in this game. So basically, the gameplay, or like the plan with Chaos Knight, is that you want to Chaos Bolt them first or second. It's really one way or the other. Either you Reality Rift to get yourself right next to them, and then you stun them, and then you can beat on them for 2 to 3, 4 seconds. But either way, it's one or the other. Generally, I just like to spam Reality Rift. You can see there, I did Reality Rift first, followed by the stun. Got a pretty short stun, but we're going to get a kill here pretty easily because he's all by himself. And again, I think Necro gets the kill, unfortunately, with his Heartstopper Aura. It's okay, though. I'm still getting money. We're 5 minutes in. I've got Boots of Power Treads. Pretty good. Not bad. I'm going to go straight for a Drums of Endurance, because I just like to get my stats up. More mana, more movement speed, more health, everything you can to buff up your ultimate. However, unlike a lot of heroes, you don't take your ultimate at level 6. There's just no point. What you really need is you need maximum Chaos Bolt, maximum Reality Rift, and then you start worrying about your ultimate. Your ultimate's not that important until you have the ability to lock someone down for a long period of time and you have 6-second cooldown on Reality Rift. So we're going to pass up our ultimate, which is rare. It's very rare for a hero to pass up their ultimate. So I got an invisibility rune. This is questionable. I mean, I left the bottom lane safe farm in order to go try to gank mid. I'm pretty sure it's going to work out, but no guarantees. I only have mana for a stun or for Reality Rift. I can't do both. Definitely going to want to go with the stun. We can combo that very easily with Leshrac. So we're waiting. I have a feeling that the guy went for the bottom rune. He's going to come back, so we're just going to hang out here and just kind of... You can see I'm just like looking around. I'm just hanging out. I'm invisible. Nobody can see me.
Bottom is missing.
The tower can detect to about like right here-ish. And looks like he went middle. So, nope. I was hoping to gank Mirana. Or somebody, I don't remember who. Decided to go top. I don't know what I'm doing. But I'm coming. Coming like a truck. What am I going to do? Who am I going to get? Who am I going to mess up? It's going to be golden. Look at that void. Kill the void. Every now and then, when I have enough mana, I just think, you know what? I'm going to Reality Rift and I'm just going to smack him in the face for a solid 95 plus 100 damage. That's 200 damage hit. Chaos Knight has a very big damage range. Notice how it says attack range 80 to 110. 95 is the average. But sometimes he hits really hard, sometimes he hits a little bit weaker. He's got one of the widest attack ranges of any hero. Phantom Assassin, I think, is the one that has the narrowest attack range. It's only like 2 damage. She's very, very precise. Where Chaos Knight, who's kind of his whole idea is that it's chaotic. He's got the random duration, random point in between for his Reality Rift, random Chaos Strike damage. It's only 10% of the time, very rare. Random number of phantasms. Everything about him is random. That's like his big deal. That was a terrible arrow. Void is so weak at this point that his chrono doesn't mean much yet. Pretty easy kill. Again, I'm not getting fed. I'm not getting very many kills, but I'm participating in quite a few kills. We've got another Chaos Bolt, so this should be a kill if we can find somebody. I'll be happy with just taking the tower. I love him for having mana boots. Saves me from having to go back to the well for any kind of real ganking strength. Getting pretty close to getting the Drums of Endurance. And Chaos Knight's one of those heroes that if you get his HP up pretty early in the game, you don't really need a lot of regen. Like, he's a one-hit wonder kind of like Kunkka. Like, you go in, you fight, and then you go back to the well. Like, you don't need a lot. Alright, let's check this out. Let's check out the setup first here. So, I'm coming middle, right? Mirana's trying to get an arrow. She's probably going to miss, because she's terrible. She always misses her arrow. I'm thinking to go for the Silencer, but then we get the Tidebringer, or the Tidehunter ultimate, which is going to shut things down pretty hard. Legion Commander saves the Silencer with her skill, and I'm basically just, okay, bail out. Let's get out of here. But I do land a 3-second stun on him, which brings him low enough that Necro can use his ultimate, which is going to get a nice kill. And the other thing about his ultimate is that it adds 30 seconds to the respawn timer. Added respawn time plus 30. So that's really good. If you can use it against the right heroes, it does a tremendous amount about like preventing her from getting farmed. Normally she'd be up in 20 seconds, but she's actually got to wait an extra half minute. So we've got him here easily on the run. Should be a couple easy kills. I go for the Silencer instead of going for the greedy Tidehunter kill just because I want to make sure Silencer can't escape. And that was a pretty easy fight for us. It actually turned around pretty well, and I want to get the hell out of here because I only have 200 life. Was that my pot, or did somebody else just pot me? That was my pot. Used a healing salve, get my health back. I want to stay in the fight because I'm thinking maybe we could have one more gank if Void or the Trinity Protector come mid. You can actually see Void is up there farming. If you want to get good at Dota, you need to spend about 50% of your time looking at the main screen and 50% of the time looking at the minimap. Like, you want to, like, one eye is just locked down here. Always looking at the colors, looking who's where, trying to memorize which hero is what. You can hold down the Alt key to see an actual icon for the heroes. I usually don't use that, though, but it can be useful if you're trying to memorize, like, okay, who is that? Alright, again, just doing my thing. Pull him in, Reality Rift, try to kill him. Now it's time to leave. Fortunately, I have a high enough HP that I can handle taking some hits. I'm actually functioning as bait right now. Like, hey, look at that really low Chaos Knight. Trying to bait them in to come for us. I also know that we've got 2 healers. We've got the Necro who can heal, and we've also got the, what's this guy called again? Undying, who can heal. He's focusing, again, on just nuking. That's what Undyings like to do. They love using Decay. Really powerful skill. But my job is, basically just run around and stun people occasionally. If I can Reality Rift someone away from the tower and get a good stun in, it's almost a for sure kill at this point. So far we've got tremendous pressure. Pretty interesting. They have a Treant Protector, so it should be very hard for us to push down towers, yet we've pushed down 1, 2, 3, and now we're going to go rotate bottom for this 4th tower kill, while they have killed none. Each tower kill gives a huge amount of team gold. So we're working well as a team, we're pushing towers as a group, and that's going to cause us to have a huge gold advantage. In fact, we can even look at that. We can see difference in team net worth. This is the amount of accumulated wealth that we have over the Dire team. We're at 7,500 extra total net worth. So we're doing really well on experience and net worth. It's going well so far. It does seem interesting though. A lot of times when you see a graph like this in a lot of games, the team that goes up first you would expect would usually win, but a lot of times you see a reversal. And that usually happens when heroes start to get their blink daggers, or they start to get their level 11 ultimates, like they start to like get stronger, they actually get the items that they need to do well. Like Void Demon doesn't take off until the mid game usually. He can usually land 1 early game kill, maybe, if he gets a good time walk, but he really needs a Mask of Madness, Mjolnir, something like that, to actually really start to excel. But in this case, I think we'll be okay. Again, we've just taken the bottom tower, now we're going to push to this T2. These towers are called T1, T2, T3, and then base towers are T4. So if you ever hear somebody say like, hey, we're going to push T1 top, that means the first tower on the top lane. T1 mid, T2 mid, T3 mid. It's just how they're called. So yeah, I've got my Drums of Endurance, which are pretty good team item, and also just give me some beefiness. Gives you 9 to all attributes, and bonus aura movement speed. That was an actual good arrow. I probably don't even need to stun, but I probably will. Just, nope, never mind. He's stunned for us. Nice job there. So I still have full mana. I'm ready to go wreck some faces. You see me pulling team. He's over here. He wants to be far back. I'm going to pull him close to the team, land the stun, and then we got him dead. Now, it's possible you could stun first and then pull, but you're wasting stun time that way. You also have a longer cast range on Reality Rift than you do on the stun, so it usually makes sense to lead with Reality Rift, follow it up with a Chaos Bolt. It gives you the most time on target. The other thing that you can do is, and this is where it kind of changes, if you have your Phantasm out, you want a Phantasm you want a Reality Rift while Phantasm's up, because that makes all of your images get the bonus damage. The Phantasms deal full damage, take full damage. I don't actually, you know what? 100% sure, I'm not sure, actually, if they get the reality damage. It gives you bonus damage for 1 attack. I don't think they get the bonus damage, but they all get 1 extra, like, they attack at the same time, so there's like a big burst of damage. So you'd like to do it that way, but what you can do is you Reality Rift, then Stun, then Phantasm, and then it's just all right there. And then 6 seconds later you can Reality Rift as they try to run away. So, anyway, we've got them on the run. Lots of healing. We're pushing on T3. Pull, stun, and now my team should come. We should see an arrow. This would be a perfect opportunity for an arrow. I don't know what he's waiting for. And I think this might be where I just give up. I give up on life. I'm still going to secure 2 more kills for my team, but I gave up a duel, which is really pathetic. It was a bit aggressive to be that far out. They were a little bit further back than I expected. So we're going to go speed 5 or 8 or whatever while I'm dead, because I'm what's important. I'm the important character. No one cares about anyone but me.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
So what's the next item we're going for? Looks like we're going for an armlet. Normally, I like to go for Sange, and then follow it up with a Heaven's Halberd, but I just kind of changed it up, felt like going for the armlet. If you armlet before Phantasm, then the images get the bonus damage as part of their base damage, and even if you turn armlet off, they keep it. So it can be really good. It also does give you some more staying power in lanes, because it does give you regeneration. and you only need to use the armlet during team fights. So it's pretty good most of the time. Also, they made armlet cheaper. It's more cheap now than it's really ever been in the last patch. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna farm down here. In case this game goes long, I need some farm to fight the Void Demon. I probably should have tried to get up there, but there's no easy location to teleport to. You know, I could teleport mid. I've got my scroll. I could just teleport down here. And I think, if I remember correctly, I might have actually said something to the team like, hey, press top T2 aggressively. I'm going to see if I can get a Phantasm off on their main. See if I can push down bottom. And I'm not sure, but I think that might work out. Keep in mind, I've got level 2 ult, so there's a 50-50 chance I'm either going to have 2 images or 3 images. If I have 3 images, I'm doing 400% damage. That's like having 4 heroes pressing on the lane. And he is screwed. There you can see it. That's perfect. That is exactly how you want to do it. I'm going to just toot my own horn here. I mean, it's one-on-one, but hey, if you're learning how to play Chaos Knight, this is what you want to have happen. And the reason for this ordering is very particular. You don't want to cast your Phantasm before they're stunned, because then they might get AoE damage in on them. You want to do it like in an order so that your Phantasm has full health. And now we're just gonna smack the snot out of this guy. There's nothing he can do. He is toast. And he actually did manage to cast it on the right target. If I have mana for the stun, he would be screwed too. I do actually have my wand, but I was still silenced. So we're just going to push. You can see we're pushing, this is called a split push. Half the team is pushing on one lane, and then I'm pushing on another. It works well with like Naga, or heroes like Chaos Knight that can do a lot of damage on their own. You do not want to fight 3 images. Even an image at 10% health does full damage. So I'm hitting extremely hard. Meanwhile, it helps that he's godlike. This guy is doing pretty well. He's 9-0. Right now I'm 3-1. I could be focusing the tower, but instead I'm being greedy and going for the catapult. I know I can't push this tower down on my own, so I'm just gonna take the tower, or take the catapult gold and then kind of wander around aimlessly, seeing if maybe I can get some more damage in on the bottom lane. At this point, it wouldn't be a bad idea to rotate top, go join the team. We could definitely take out the remainder of the top lane. I should get that like mental note. Okay, here I go. I'm thinking, okay. I gotta go join the team. I'm not gonna be able to do anything bottom lane. It's time to go top. I should have probably been top before that team fight started. It's not gonna be the end of the world, but you know what? I get to come in and be a hero. So that's the best thing in the world. You can see Leshrac using Pulse Nova. He's also invis. Mirana ulted him, so he's got an invisible Pulse Nova. Very powerful. I'm invisible right now as well. I'm going to show up and just smack Treant Protector once or twice, see if I can get a kill. Unfortunately, that cast didn't work out. But that one did neither. Kind of annoying that he had his ultimate up. I think I'm still going to get a kill here, though. Did not. I'm going to back off. It's 1-on-4. I should probably leave. I decided to teleport out after seeing that, you know, there's no ults. Nothing that can stop me from teleporting. It's one of the reasons why good players, if you want to break 3K or 4K MMR, you just got to get used to always having a teleport scroll. Always have a teleport scroll. Like, I would love to hold the Belt of Strength, but I should probably buy a teleport scroll, put the Belt of Strength in my inventory in the stash, and then just not carry it. But I mean, you just always want to have it. You can see I finished the armlet, and now I'm going for my Heaven's Halberd. So yeah, having the teleport scroll just saved me a lot of money there. When you die, you lose 30 gold per level of your gold. So 30 times 12, I would have lost 360 gold, which is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Not to mention the time spent that I could have been farming. So to buy a Talon Portal scroll for 100 gold, it's just almost always worth it. Not to mention you're denying the other team lots of money by not letting them get a kill on you. There's a whole interesting concept here about unreliable gold versus reliable gold. Reliable gold comes from creep kills, or sorry, it comes from tower kills, from structure kills like barracks and ranged barracks. It comes from Midas, Hands of Midas. It comes from bounty track gold. It comes from, I think that's probably about it. Unreliable gold comes from everything else. So if you kill regular units, or you kill creep camps, or you're just getting the ticking gold, notice that you gain gold every second, then that is considered unreliable gold. When you die, you only can lose unreliable gold. So that's probably beyond the scope of this video, really. But in general, you want to keep your reliable gold for buyback in case you need it, and you want to try to spend your unreliable gold because you could lose it. So this is not going to go well for them. They're going to get a kill probably, but my ultimate's up, and I am going to wreck them. I'm about to just, I'm going to pull someone. I'm going to split out of his ultimate, and I'm going to just wreck some face. Just smack the crap out of everything. Now all of these, I got 3 images, and all I need to do is just reality rift somebody in like 1 second, and it's going to be a world of hurt. It's going to be, I'm just going to mess this silencer up. Ready? Bam! He just got hit. 600, 500, 1100 damage. Just beat the snot out of him. I love Chaos Knight. He's so fun. And I think that might actually be damn near the end of the game. And they're actually saying Undying needs the nerf. Undying had a very good game. I'll give him that. But even if he hadn't, there was no way. Even with this sick combination, Tidehunter Initiation, Chronosphere, the reversal from Treant Protector, the global silence, it doesn't matter. And see right there, look at that. You see how far away those images got pulled? You can leave them behind. You don't have to pay any attention to your images. Anywhere you cast it, the images will get pulled to the fight. So you can see I'm leaving the images fighting this base, or fighting something. They're just hanging out over here. And then in a second, I'm going to reality rift and watch even this guy way over there joins the fight. Pretty good. It's good stuff. I stunned the Void because even though I'd like to get this kill, he was the one that was actually going to be a threat to me. And now it's time probably to get the hell out. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm 5-1, which isn't bad, but late game Chaos Knight just gets so powerful. After the Heaven's Halberd, which is on the courier right now, the next item I usually go for is a Mantis style. Gives you even more images, gives you even more HP, even more movement speed. It just stacks really well with all of his other skills. And we're nigh unbeatable at this point. Just seeing if I can pull the Void in. There's pretty much no chance I can kill him, but it doesn't matter. Forcing him out of the farm, preventing him from getting safe farm down here. You can see the Manta style is already queued up. The way that you queue that up, by the way, is you hold down the shift key and then you click on an item in the screen, and then it puts it as like part of your quick buy. And then you can bind quick buy to a hotkey. And for me, it's the N key. So, like right now, you can see I have enough money to buy that. I just pressed the N key and it automatically purchased it. You can hear a noise when you have enough money, which is just, it's useful. The only drawback is that I did just spend all my reliable gold, but whatever. Doesn't matter. I knew at this point I wasn't going to need to save or buy back. We've already pushed down the top lane and the mid lane. So from here, it's just clean up, really. I think I'm probably going to use my ultimate just to use it. Yep. You can see that DPS. I'm like 4-man pushing squad. I don't even think I used... Did I use the armlet before casting it? I should have. I don't think I did. You should toggle the omelet, turn it on, cast your ultimate, then turn it off. So I made a mistake there. No big deal. I'm the type of player that I like to secure the win. Like, I will go for mega creeps before going for extra kills. I don't care about silencer. I want to secure the lane. Notice how my images I left behind, they were killing the base, but then they joined the fight. There's not much else to happen here, really. pretty one-sided game, actually, all things considered. And I might die. Nope, did a couple armlet toggles there. You can turn your armlet on, which gives you about 500 health. And then, if you time it right, like the skill that had affected me was this guy's last word does 300 magic damage. So you time it so that you gain the HP right before the proc, before that thing fires, and then you take damage, but then you turn the armlet off, and then you effectively protected yourself from the damage. Damage that would have otherwise killed me didn't kill me. Somebody's got a Vladimir's aura, so gaining some health. I'm getting 10 health per second because of the armlet. Good game, well played, and we win. So let's see, how do we do overall on gold per minute and experience per minute and stuff? I'm always interested in that stuff. Another hero that I'm really good at getting a lot of farm with is the Alchemist and Phantom Lancer. I'm pretty damn good at making huge amounts of money with those heroes. So I got 555 experience per minute, fastest experience out of anyone, and 571 gold per minute. I had the best farm. That's is to be expected. Undying was very close because he had so many kills. 15 assists. I mean, he was just a big part of the team fights. It was a pretty good game overall. So yeah. Anyway, that's video number 2. Hopefully you liked it. And I do look forward to seeing you in the next video. Let me know again down in the comments down below if you like videos like this. Again, if you don't, I know I say this at the end of the video, so maybe people don't recognize it or know it, but you know, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. It's simple. It's really simple. Just don't watch it. You know, there's a discussion going on over at the Arumba subreddit about it, and hey, talk about it there if you want. But for the most part, a lot of the feedback there is positive. So I'm gonna keep doing these because I think they're fun, and because it's a game that I really like. So it's not gonna be every day, but we'll see. So thanks for watching, everyone. See you soon.